Hi, I'm Narayan. I'm the CEO at Power2SME and the founder of the company. And I basically try and maintain all the people together as we are running along at this fast-paced company and growing from strength to strength. The first one surely is the idea. The idea needs to be crisp and clear. It should be solving real needs out there in the big bad world. It should be clearly disruptive. And there should be numbers all around the idea, building a tight business plan, showing a revenue plan, making real money. That's one of the biggest ones that The second one that I think is really big is the team. You need to have the right players in the team to make sure that it's a well-rounded effort and you're taking the best crack at the idea that you've just come up with. Third thing, walk in your customer's shoes. You might be thinking you're doing something which is the greatest thing in the world. It's the best thing after sliced bread. But if you walk in your customer's shoes, you tend to realize whether it actually solves the problem he's talking for. Is he comfortable using it? Is there a level of ecstasy when he uses it, etc.? And that should be clear. The number three, walk in your customer's shoes. Fourth, of course, is access to capital. No amount of money is enough. So you should clearly have, and access to capital is definitely never a problem if you have a good team and a good idea and a good execution plan. So that's the other thing. So access to capital at all points of time is extremely important. Along the way, one of the most important things you tend to build up, and it kinds of adds momentum to everything that you do, is your personal network. The network that you build as you live life, the connections that you make, the strength that you build into that network. And that network really becomes strong when in your network you find people helping each other. It's not only about you all the time kind of stuff. If you can build that kind of momentum, there's very, very little chance that you can go wrong with your entire business. This is the classical theory of the enterprise versus the SMEs, where large companies will go out to buy, let's say, 20,000 liters of paint and will get a price X, and the MRP of that price is actually 2X or 3X, and the small SME who goes out to buy 200 liters will always buy it at twice the price. The whole idea is, how do you solve this problem? And we realize that this problem can be solved because there are various price points that various people are buying at. So Power2SME, in a sense, is a buying club, is an SME exchange where we focus largely on the manufacturing SMEs. They come in and post and talk to us about their raw material requirements. What we do is aggregate all of this and go and buy large quantities, acting like an enterprise, and provide a great price break. And that's the beginning of the whole thing. The ideology is make the SMEs more profitable so that they are investing more in their businesses, they are doing more R&D, more marketing, and so on and so forth to become better entities. So if you look at the Indian economy, anything between 8 to 12% of the Indian GDP comes from the SME world. Whereas if you look at the worldwide statistics, you'll realize that in most larger countries, in most developed countries, close to just a shade lower than 50% of the GDP comes in from the SME space. So that's the problem that we're trying to solve and make SMEs more sustainable and profitable in the country. Kalaari has been an amazing partner, running step by step along with us all the way. One of the best things that comes out is their mentorship qualities. Whether the entrepreneur is young or old, as in this case, their ability to mentor in the space and the ability to deep dive into problems and help us with our thinking is one of the best things that I like about them. The second thing is, like I said, they bring a phenomenal network into the whole ball game. You throw in a problem at them, they will give you 3 scenarios where they've seen such problems happening in the marketplace. They'll throw you 12 connections who have helped solve those kind of issues. And what that allows you to do is, you don't have to actually move every step, fail, and then improve it. You can actually take a crack at the best solution at the first time itself, and that really helps in this whole space. The other thing is, their body language. When they come into the meeting, when they come into the office, they seem to be people moving at 120 kilometers all the time, and that is extremely infectious and kinds of gets onto us too. The first thing that comes to mind when I walked into when I remember my first meeting with Kalaari is the energy levels in the room. It was unprecedented. I had been to many such meetings. The bubble, the buzz around the place was phenomenal. And as usual, it's always very infectious. The second thing is their empathy towards the entrepreneur. When they would question, it was not questioning the entrepreneur, it was always questioning the idea, testing their own understanding of the space or the idea, testing the entrepreneur's depth of understanding of the space and the idea. And it was never a one-on-one on the entrepreneur, it was always with the entrepreneur. The third thing that I clearly stands out at that point of time is I've been to plenty of such meetings, and I've always seen white and glass and pristines and straight lines in all the offices of contemporaries of Kalaari that I've walked into. Their office, the sense of warmth, the sense of Indianness, the sense of culturedness, the sense of used that you get out there immediately settles you into a conversation much faster than any other place that we've been to.